10 games of hoops on a Saturday night. The Magic and the Jazz play an awesome, awesome game. Houston and Denver play less of an awesome game, but the expectations were high. And the Clippers have their best win of the season, without a doubt. We'll get into it all. My name is Shlomo Stark,
My name is Levi Jacob.
and this is the daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. Levy. Game of the day, Magic beat the Jazz at 128 to 127 in overtime. This is how the game ended. Keontae George, they're down 3, I believe. The Jazz are down 3 with like 18 seconds left. Keontae George has a really nice pump fake, baits the foul, gets jumped, and as he gets jumped, he chucks it and it goes in. 4-point play. Jazz up 1. With no time left, maybe like a couple milliseconds left, Desmond Bane hits this really, really, really difficult layup in overtime. Magic win. It was insane.
Yeah, the layup at the end there was honestly the part that shocked me the most. Like he kind of had a uncontested drive through the paint a little bit. Like it was they were still kind of trying to figure out their defense maybe, but it was like very funny to see like he literally just he walked it down the middle. There was like some arms here and there, but he was like, nope, didn't bother him at all.
You thought it was an easy layup?
Yeah, I know. I'm remembering now that you just said that it was difficult. I don't know. Like he like it was a. I just feel like he
You know
took
what?
it.
I don't feel the need to debate if it was easy or difficult. I don't like Desmond Bane. I'm annoyed it happened, but whatever. Like, okay,
Okay.
good job. You beat the Jazz, Magic. They don't. I don't want to
No,
throw your party for
I'm
that.
impressed by the I said this last pause that Jazz's over under I think right now sits at 18.
The Jazz over/under is 18.
I think it sits at 18.
Wow.
It might have
It's
changed
still
since I last
18.
saw it. Yeah, they've lost a lot of games.
They don't. They think that the odds are that they'll win only. That it'd be crazy if they win more than 8 games. They're 10 and
Ye-
17.
I know. I think that they're
If they
I think that
just
they're
continue at this pace,
yeah.
okay, for the next 27 games, okay, so they'll be 20 and 34, and that's with 54 games. How does that make
Right.
any sense?
Because they've over the last few seasons listen, I don't exactly know how this metric works, but realistically speaking, maybe it's that that the statistics know that closer to the end of the season they have less important guys in their lineup. I don't know how it works, but basically over the past few years they've been sitting guys towards the end of the season to get better draft picks. So maybe there's something to be said about that. Maybe something said about health. I don't know exactly, but
Okay, next, Houston beats Denver 115 to 101. Durant scores 31. Shepherd gets like an 11-point flurry, and that helps the Rockets and the Nuggets 6-game win streak, and they win 115 to 101. Jokic finishes 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. It's always weird when he doesn't have like an amazing game and loses by 14. It like throws me
yeah,
off. It's like when the Thunder loses. We'll get into that too. Did I not mention? Was that last night? Is that why I didn't mention it?
it was Friday night.
It was Friday night. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
By the way, just I don't know why I'm just doing this now because it's cooler than anything we're gonna say. Anthony freaking Edwards was awesome. Like, that was so cool when he just like hit that 3 on Shea and then locked him up on defense the next play. I freaking loved it.
Yeah, it was great when he had 11 points the game before that. Also nuts. Just do it
That part wasn't so
consistently.
crazy.
I don't like inconsistency. Just do it. Like you're the man. We know that you're the man. Do it. That's all.
I
Rockets.
don't care. Yeah, you're a hater. Honestly, I like it though because it's the first time this sounds like something a Thunder fan would say, and I feel like I don't feel like you're a Thunder fan, so I'm happy that you're saying this because even though you disagree with me, I like it because it's something a Thunder fan would say. So
Um,
I like it.
I want to focus though quickly on the Rockets. Reed Shepard had a crazy game. I think he had 28 points like that.
Wait, you want to focus on the game we're talking about? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, I know. No, because I want to give it a shine because I actually got to watch this one live. Um,
Why should a game you watch live deserve more shine than another game?
because I'm able to go more in depth. That's all. No, also, it's a great game. It happened to be a great game, but I appreciated Şengün had a
Okay, yeah, go give the
literally
Rockets a shine.
a Şengün had literally an abysmal stat line compared to what he usually does. That was because he was stepping out of the way. They played a very, very interesting game. This defense was very intuitive. They let Jamal Murray go a little bit crazy. They were like playing very careful defense on Jamal Murray. And that was like by the end of this game, the Nuggets downfall. They were like, okay, Spencer Jones, like shoot as many threes as you possibly can. Beat us by that. There was a point at which Kevin Durant was like dancing. It was a lot of fun. He looked
Saw that
happy
dance.
finally. Yeah. It
Saw
was
that
great.
dance.
But it was just the vibes of the game. Like the Rockets were even going into the half, it just felt like they were in control. Obviously, they were up, but they just felt in control of this game. They really played such a unique brand of defense that they've been playing all season, obviously, but it's so much more than just playing physical defense. It's like knowing when to put the pressure and knowing when to leave the guy open. And the players on the opposite side of the court get a little bit like weird because they're like, do I try now? Are they gonna start with the physicality? What's gonna happen here? It was fun. It was like really fun to watch.
I I wonder what the stats are of like Jokic getting less than 9 assists and the team losing by a lot. Like I feel like those correlate because if you just look, Jokic shot 9 of 20. Look, if you look at everyone else, okay? Cam Johnson, 2 of 10. Tim
Yeah.
Hardaway Jr., 3 of 9. Jamal Murray, 4 of 13. Najee, 0 for 1. Strawther, 0 for 2. Tyson, 1 of 4. Valanciunas, 5 of 10. First good one. And then Brown also 5 of 8. But I'm saying most of the team just shot terribly. And I don't know the stats. I'm sure 80% of those were on Jokic passes because he's just like, dude, he does that.
Right. Right. Right.
And like the question is like, what I'm saying? There's probably a world in which this game, like, well, I give you credit to the Rockets defense. Meaning that the reason why they're missing shots is because the Rockets play good defense. They're long and big
Right.
and weird and lanky. But it's hard when like Jokic does so much and the team like just can't.
Right. It was I think in part, and this is the last point that I'll say, in part it was because they're actually playing a lot of like very up on Jokic, which would make him think that he
Mhm,
should score and then leaving guys open like Spencer Jones or whatever.
mhm.
And so they just got them like to an unorthodox rhythm that really just messed them up. It was like that's
Sure.
what I'm saying. Like it was just very cool to see.
Next, Pelicans beat the Pacers 128 to 109. Zion Williamson ties his season high with 29 points off the bench. I never know if he's playing or not, but I'm going to ask you a
Here's
question because
yeah,
Matt said
go on.
we should ask
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, yeah.
Zion, Ja, or Trey Young, who are you taking on your team? If you could pick one guy. Like if you were a GM needing
Yeah.
a star and you could pick one star, who would you pick?
People are gonna hate me for this. I think Trey.
Who's gonna hate you? What are you talking about?
I don't
Who
know.
do we? What do you
The,
think,
the
Mrs. Williamson?
This is Williamson. I have a question. I have a question in return for you, and then we can go over
Yeah.
exactly what, like, the end result of the game. But do you think that this is a trend that means that Zion should continue to come off the bench, or do you think that this is like a stepping stone into him returning to a starting lineup somewhere?
I think he's. Here's my take. I don't think the bench matters. It's all about minutes. I've always thought this, but it's like a fun little take. I don't look at starting five. I look at top 5 minutes. It doesn't. It's psychological of starters and not starters. It's just like, oh, your starters who's those respect. If someone plays 47 minutes but they start off the bench, they're still a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
Yeah,
So he played 23 minutes. That's third place in the team in minutes. I don't care that he came off the bench.
I think there's a little bit more dynamics to it than that, just because of like, for example, you're going up potentially against their bench unit, right, to start off. So as long as you start the game well, potentially you might, end up having a better game. Who knows? Like,
I'm
remember,
saying. I'm just
I
saying.
get it.
I'm just saying. If Zion is off the bench, James Harden was off the bench for years. Manu Ginobili, like there's
Right.
certain six men who were just like it was just better strategically to have them off the bench, even though they were not they were not the sixth first player on their team. So if you're talking about that, like no, I don't put much
You don't
stock.
think it's a? I get it. All right.
Let's say this would be a conversation for me if he did this in 7 minutes.
Yeah, I get it. Right.
If he did this in 7 minutes, I'd be like, whoa, like what is this bench Zion? But him playing the third most minutes in the team, I don't look at that as he came off the bench. Like meaning he did, but like it doesn't really matter. Next, Philly beats Dallas 121 to 114. Philly on a 2-game winning streak after also beating the Knicks.
Knicks.
I hate to say that. Maxey. Let's go to basketball. Go ahead, give me your Maxey take.
No, he's great. He's just awesome. That's it.
No, say more. I'm joking. No, he's very good. He's really, really, really good. Do you know if Embiid's healthy?
Yes and no. Like meaning
Throw
he's
Embiid in there. Embiid, Trey, Zion, Ja. Who are you taking?
Trey. Still Trey. Like Trey's the only one that's I actually don't know this for a fact. I would love to look at how many games played each of those players have the last 3 seasons.
Probably not great. Anyway, good job by Philly. They beat the Mavs. Anthony Davis is starting to get back into things. He had 24 points, 15 rebounds, 11 20 shooting. Cooper Flag is also really good at basketball.
I think that's the note for me from this game is that, like I know everyone like loves Cooper Flag and all that jazz. I'm genuinely just impressed that he's able to produce at this level as a rookie. Like he's able to like live up to expectations for right now. That's pretty impressive to me.
great. Next, Boston beats Toronto 112 to 96. Remember when Toronto was like really good and it was exciting? Bummer. I missed that. Boston beats them 112 to 96. No Jaylen Brown. And they still win because Peyton Pritchard had 33 points, 10 rebounds. And this guy, Hugo Gonzalez,
The rookie.
had a 10 and 10.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sometimes like those stats feel like bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like if Nemias Queta put up 10 and 10, everyone's like, okay, you know, but
Yeah.
their small forward rookie did it.
Yep. Next, Detroit beats Charlotte 112 to 86. I had a friend who's a big Hornets fan, and he texted me, I'm telling you, if we beat Detroit tonight, it is like going to change our season and like it's gonna change everything. That didn't happen. They got killed.
Apparently Detroit is a good basketball team. Who knew, huh?
9 and 19, the Hornets. I like the big three of Ball, Knipple, Miller. Are they a top 10 big three in the league? Maybe. Maybe. Let's go through it quickly. Let's see if we can think of 10. Knicks, Thunder,
Mm-hmm.
Cavs. Now it gets hard. No, I'm joking. All right, Lakers,
Okay.
Pistons. We agree? We're aligned? Okay, great. Thank you. Spurs,
Yes. Yeah.
Wemby,
Wemby.
Castle, Fox, whatever you like.
Yeah. Wemby does a lot of
Yeah.
carrying. Yeah.
So you could probably even do Harper. I don't even care. Nuggets, taking Jokic, Murray, and
Yeah.
Gordon. Definitely. Rockets, for sure. Any three, honestly. Any three of their starting five, I would take. Even Warriors, Steph, Draymond, and Jimmy.
Yeah. But it's harder. Meaning watching this team play all together healthy was impressive and fun to watch.
Am I at 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it gets a little tricky. Because now it's actually like, all right, was I right about this? Okay. I'm going to say the Hawks.
Yeah.
Trade Jalen
I'll give it to you.
Kristaps.
I'll give it to you. I don't even
Okay,
think I
we're
would
at
put.
9.
Yeah, I would give it to you.
We're at 9. I'm going to definitely say the Magic, who I forgot about.
Yeah.
Paolo, Franz, and Bane. And
Yeah.
that's 10. And now you're saying I can't do 11? I definitely can. I'm going to honestly just go Raptors.
I think that's debatable. If you would have said Jazz, it would have been pandering to the crowd over here. and I
I'm
would have
not
let you
saying
have it.
Jazz. I refuse. I actually think the Hornets better than the Jazz. Um, I mean the Hornets big three. I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I'm joking. Yeah.
Uh, the truth is the real case is the Mavericks.
I think that they're better. I think they could do
Who's
just more
better?
offense and defense. Oh, Mavericks.
Well, I'm saying you have Davis, Flag, and who? Who's the third?
Who's
Kyrie?
the third?
Cheating
Yeah,
because he's
if
injured.
it's Kyrie, it's definitely winning. If it's not
Right,
Kyrie,
but you can't say Halliburton for the Pacers.
yeah, that's true.
Um, or Tatum for Boston.
Yeah.
It's right
So
around 11, by the way. That's right. It's right around the number.
yeah.
So it's basically a top 10 big three in the league. That,
Finishing out the rest of this by myself because we ran into scheduling conflicts, which is always fun. Next, Wizards beat Grizzlies 130 to 122. CJ McCollum, Keyshawn George both put up pretty good games. Keyshawn George had 28, 7, and 7. CJ McCollum also had 28, 5, and 6. Alex Sari is back in the lineup. Good for him. Happy to have him back. I'm sure the Wizards are too. Bob Carrington has had a very interesting season so far, so we'll see what happens with that. Trey Johnson had 12 points, 5 of 11, so he's coming on a little bit here as a rookie in this league. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 22, 8, and 3. Cam Spencer had 19 and 11. He's put on a good couple of games so far in the past few weeks, which is pretty cool. I guess 2 weeks more realistically. Cedric Coward, 14 and 6, 5 of 9 shooting. He's been a little bit inconsistent, but the big notice here for this game, Grizzlies player Santi Aldama had 37 and 10, and they still lost a 15 to 23 shooting 5 of 9 from the field. 37 and 10 is from Santi Aldama is definitely one of the better's random games, I think you could say. Not just a run of the mill basketball game, nothing too crazy here. Next, there's 2 games that we didn't cover. We'd get to cover together, which I think were very, very big games. Warriors beat the Suns 119 to 116. This game was very, very chippy. Devin Booker had 38, 5, 3 with 2 blocks, 1 rebound. Dylan Brooks put up another 20-point game, 22, 5, 3. Colin Gillespie, he's a very solid basketball player. I like him a lot. He's scrappy. He's the kind of point guard that I like. 16, 5, 4, 3 steals. And it was so close. It was so close, but no cigar because Steph Curry had 28, 10, and 6. Butler had 25, 1, and 2. He took more shots than Curry this game, which is good. We want to see a more aggressive Jimmy Butler. 10 for 21. Will Richard had 20 points, 5 rebounds. Draymond Green was back in the lineup, which was good to see. Played 8 minutes though, and it was wasn't anything too special. They ended the game on a no make from the Suns. They reset the clock, I think, and they didn't manage to get the shot in. But I like to see the Warriors winning. Mark Williams kind of just disappears sometimes, and I really don't. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, unfortunately. And I hope for his sake, I hope for their sake, the team's sake, that he's able to be more available regularly. Blazers beat the Kings 98 to 93. Denny Avdia had another 24-point game, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. And this Blazers team has crazy, crazy highlights, including a Shaedon Sharpe dunk. People were saying he postered Westbrook. He didn't poster Westbrook, but he was like, it was insane. It was an insane dunk to see. He really flew through the air. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Donovan Clingan put on a good show. 14 and 14, 2 blocks, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He's. I want to see more of him out there. I want to see him more regularly on the court. But he's a very interesting basketball player, especially with kind of their center depth. Robert Williams III, 10 and 9. I think that he is somebody who will likely be on the move, but he's helped with their defensive identity. So I wonder what they potentially are getting back in the future for him by the deadline. Maxime Reynau had 17 and 11. That's another 11 rebound game for him, 2 in a row, 7 of 13 shooting. Keegan Murray, 15, 6, and 2. He's been playing pretty good defensively. This game wasn't his best offensively. DeMar DeRozan, 15, 5, 5 steals, which is cool. And Westbrook had 7, 8, and 7. Dennis Schroeder off the bench had 21, 5, and 6. I feel like the lead guard off the bench for them always ends up putting up better stats than the starting guard for them. So bizarre. This team is just so strange. Keon Ellis played 10 minutes, 3 personal fouls, just didn't really do much. I don't know. This Kings team they need to let these players play elsewhere and get assets for them and be a basketball team, a normal basketball team. Domantas Sabonis, they just announced, is out for another month as of yesterday. So even that's not on the horizon of coming back and helping and whatever. So he might even, have played his last game in a Kings jersey. I don't know. Just nuts. And to end it off, the Clippers. I know. The Clippers beat the Lakers 103-88 with LeBron playing. However, it was kind of a bloodbath. So weird. Kawhi Leonard scored a season-high 32 points. Their three-point shooting was immense in this game for them. They ended up shooting, I don't have the exact stat in front of me, but it wasn't exactly the percentage as much as it was the timely three-point shots. LeBron James had 36 for 3, 2 steals, a block on 15 of 28. He had to take 28 shots because Luka was just like not there when he was there, went out after 19 minutes. Jake LaRavia had to take over also, 12 and 11, 6 assists, 2 steals. He was 5-11 from the field, but 0 of 4 from 3. And then basically nobody else stepped up for this Lakers team. The Clippers had to wait until they were playing like a zombie Lakers team to actually be able to win a game so far. James Harden ended up having 21 and 10. They pulled away, I want to say, nope, I'm looking at the scores now. I don't know. In watching it, the game felt like the flow is different. There was a point at which in the fourth quarter that it felt like the Lakers might make a run, and then the Clippers were like, the Lakers, sorry, where it looked like they might make a run, and the Clippers were like, nope. Zubats went down with an injury, limping back to the locker room. That's not a great look, especially as he was their most valuable asset to be able to potentially trade. But John Collins, I feel like had a solid game of 17 and 12, 2 of 3 from 3 and 7 of 10 from the field. Yeah, it was a lot of these games that happened tonight were not exciting, unfortunately, and there was like 10 of them. There was like 10 games tonight. So the Rockets Nuggets one, I'm serious though. I know that the score ended up being a good deficit, but very genuinely, if you get a chance, I would go back and watch that game. Out of all the games that I'm seeing here, Magic and Jazz, we discussed. So maybe actually those two would be highlights for me. But yeah, that was the extended version of your daily basketball recap. My name is Levi Jacob, and we will see you tomorrow.
That was the Daily Basketball Recap 15 minutes. I want to thank you, Levi, for finishing the recap by yourself. I want to thank you, Max, for doing nothing except telling me that my data question was weird. And I want to thank you for listening.